Little Rock Goods Factory is about to be abandoned. Are you kidding me? No way! No way it's just done that to me! No! No way! You've got to be kidding! Oh my god! I can't believe that. Oh my god! No! That is not right. There's nothing I can do about that either. Enable production or ship items to prevent closure. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on a minute. I can't believe that. All right, hold on. There's a chance we can save this. There's a chance. All right. Pin this. Give me iron and steel. Manage vehicles. I want the rate to be 100. So clone all of those. Clone all of those. And clone all of those. Gives us 59. Clone all of those. And that gives us 119. So let's go ahead and strip out 4 of the cars, 4 of the vehicles. That brings us down to 109. Let's strip out 2 more. That brings us down to 104. 1 more brings us down to 102. And 1 more is going to bring us down, hopefully, to a flat 99. That's frustrating, but I'll take it. So 99, 44 seconds is fine. We need to do the same thing now with the coal to steel line. So manage those vehicles, duplicate, and duplicate, and duplicate. Gives us 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duplicate those, gives us 93. Duplicate again, gives us 106. So if I just grab 2 of them, sell them, that gives us 86. What? I might have sold more than I meant to there. Duplicate those 2. Gives us 93. Duplicate 1 more. Gives us 96. And 1 more should give us 99, right? 100. I'll take it. We'll have a slight surplus of coal, but that's all right. So 99 there and 100 there. That should give us an output of 50 steel. So steel to goods should have a rate, or a rate of 50, I think. So if I clone all of you, that gives us 10. Clone all of you again, that gives us 20. Clone again should give us about 40-ish. 39, I'll take it. And clone 1, 2, 3 of them. Should give us 44. 3 more gives us 49. I'll take it. So that's okay. Steel to goods now has a rate that should be appropriate. And then plastic and grain. So grain, I'm going to do a similar thing here because it's 2 grain to 1 plastic, I think. Or is it 1 to 1? Is it 1 to 1? It is 2 to 1. Okay. So what we'll do is keep this pinned and grain to plastic. We want to manage those vehicles. We want to get the rate up to about 100. So that's 91. If I go and grab 1 more, that gives us 98. That's close enough. And then it's plastic to goods, which needs a rate of about 50. So if I duplicate you guys, that gives us 26. If I duplicate again, that should give me just over 50. 52. If I get rid of 1, that should give me roughly 48. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's a bunch of vehicles. They're all going to have to head out and do their thing. But I'm hoping that we can make a delivery to this place before it closes, because if we can, then in theory, it's not going to close, right? That's what we're looking for. I need this place to stay alive. And also, why didn't I take steel from, or iron from here? That is much closer than that one. It would have also just needed a little road over to there rather than this giant tunnel. Whatever. I'm more interested in saving this right now anyway. Okay, this is the truck that is hopefully going to save us if it gets down there in time. I just want to double check that I read that right. Enable production or ship items to prevent closure. In theory, if I bring this this plastic down here, this thing shouldn't close. In theory. It's a very big in theory, and it's terrifying to sort of, you know, put this entire production line on the line like this, but I'm curious to see if this actually works. I'm going to be slightly annoyed if it doesn't, but this guy's coming in. We've got some plastic. It's being dropped off. We delivered, wait, what do we need to do? Or ship, oh. Enable production or ship items to prevent closure. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we've ever produced any steel, have we? We might have. There's a chance. You don't have steel, 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 you don't have steel. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Does this line have anything right now? It does have cargo. I don't think it's gonna get there on time. I'm not pleased about this. I'm not pleased about this at all. Are you? You've got to be kidding me. There is another one up here by Yonkers. I could ship the steel and plastic by train up to Yonkers, I guess. But I'm not happy about this. I can't believe the game has done this to me. All right. I'm actually quite, I am kind of angry about this. I'm angry about it in the sense of like, this is so ridiculous. I can't believe this has happened. I'll be honest, I really do like the system where like things can get closed down. I think that's kind of cool. It just hasn't affected me until this point, right? This is the first time that something is closed down that I'm about to use. It's a little different when it's personal, huh? It stings a little bit when you spend an hour setting up an entire new production line only for the factory to close at the 11th hour. Okay, that crisis has been sort of averted. I've gone ahead and taken a line out to Yonkers. The factory's now gone. We still have this here. But what we're going to do instead is basically bring our plastic and our steel to the Little Rock station right here. It's then going to get loaded onto a train. It's going to get taken up to Yonkers, turned into goods. The goods get brought back down to here, where they'll be kept in the station. And then those get taken to Philadelphia. So really, all I need to be doing here is going to road, going to buildings, and putting a truck unload stop right about there. And that should keep us good. We can also go ahead and bulldoze this, which is going to mess with my lines a little bit, but that's okay. Let's take this all back right here. Oh, that's going to mess with those vehicles, actually. Let's just do this. Bulldoze you, and you, and you. And gradually, we're just going to push these vehicles all the way back to that corner. What I think I'll do is just sort of chop out that corner and make it something a little bit smoother like that. There we go. So that's fine. We do need to go to all of these lines, though. So we need to go to U, manage line. So instead of going to Madison South, you are now going to here. And we now take out Madison South completely. And then you need to be managed. Instead of going to Madison South, you are now going to there. So now all of the trucks can unload whatever they need to unload, I think. So that should keep us good. That should give us steel and plastic to Williams Street. And then we just need trains to take it to Yonkers. So it's not ideal, the entire setup. And I swear to God, if this factory decides it doesn't want to work and start shutting down, I'm going to be really, really annoyed. But that's okay. Let's look into getting ourselves a train. So we're going to go with the Atlantic. We'll go with a... Let's go with a Ontario goods factory, of course. Let's go with like a nice sort of that color, right? It looks a bit different. And let's see what we can do here. So for cargo, we're moving goods, right? No, what are we moving? We're moving plastic. We're moving steel, which has to be a flat car. And then goods come back in the box car. Okay. So let's do some flat cars. Let's do them in... I'm just going to go with this color, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them, I guess. And then box cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those as well. And we'll buy that. And we'll put that on the... It is Little Rock, by the way. That's what the lines are now. So Little Rock plastic to steel into goods. And I guess what we also want to do is make sure that that line is actually set up correctly. So manage line. In Little Rock, you are specifically going to be loading up on plastic and on steel. In Yonkers, you are unloading... you're unloading plastic, you're unloading steel, and you're picking up goods. And then I guess in Little Rock, you're technically unloading goods. So we'll see how that goes. It's an interesting looking train, I'll give it that. Definitely an interesting looking one, but that should get things moving a little bit. And that's kind of what we're looking for. And if you guys start dropping stuff off here, we should see good things happen, I think. Not actually 100% sure. What have you got? You got anything? You do. You do have plastic. So are you going to drop that off? What are you doing? Just sitting there. So you're dropping that off, and it does go into the station, which is good. So we should see steel come about here eventually. And now what we need to do is get a train that's going to bring goods from there to Philadelphia, and then another train that brings them from Philadelphia down to everywhere else. Okay. We're getting somewhere. So let's buy ourselves another train. And this one, I'm going to go for... I like the idea of a black train. I think it's going to look mean, but I kind of want to try it. And we'll just go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the capacity on this thing, and that's okay. So we'll go ahead and buy that. We'll buy it again. And I think that'll do for now. And what we want to do with this guy is goods to Philadelphia. And then this one is, oh boy, how is this one going to work? Philly goods to Burbank and Gilbert. That's the one we're looking for. Okay. So now we need to manage those lines a little bit. So keep this pin for a second. Little Rock goods to Philly, manage line. In Little Rock, load up on goods. In Philadelphia, you are unloading goods. That's all you're doing. And then Philly goods to Burbank and Gilbert, manage. Has this already been set up? It has. And then in Burbank, unload. Yeah, okay. So we're good. That's everything set up. So in theory, that should all start working. We just need the goods production, which is sort of where we're going to not struggle, but it's what we're going to be waiting for. Oh no, this is very interesting. Amarillo has started accepting tools and fuel as well, which is exciting. I actually like that a lot. I'm also noticing it has a lot of supply here and possibly not enough vehicles. And also both lines are dealing in both goods, which is kind of cool. Let's go ahead to here and duplicate you. And let's also go to the brick line and duplicate all of you as well, just to get more stuff moving around Amarillo. And then down here in Lafayette, the deliveries aren't quite as efficient, but that's okay. I'm not really super worried about that. I guess the main thing I want to see, like I mentioned, is this getting up and running. That's kind of where I'm at. We also have this train actually coming out here. Does it have anything on board? It doesn't. Also, those tunnels are totally messed up. That's great. Okay. Well, at the very least, if we also wanted to, we could now bring passengers out to Yonkers. We could also bring tools out to Yonkers and fuel. There's a lot of things we could do if we really wanted to. It's not like we don't have the money for it. I just kind of want to see this get up and working. I really want steel to come in here. That's kind of what we're waiting on right now, is just any sign of any steel at all. And I'm realizing that it's actually kind of an issue because the actual rate of plastic to goods is 142, where the rate of steel to goods is 60. So we need to bring that all up a little bit, is what we need to do. So, oh, good Lord, that's actually going to be difficult. So if the rate of steel to goods, oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Duplicate all of you. And that should give us a rate of steel to goods of 121. Give me 5 more of those. That brings it up to 131. 5 more brings it to 141. Okay. No way. Yonkers Goods Factory is not closing. You are kidding me. have got to be joking. Admittedly, there is steel here and there are goods here, so this might actually be okay, but that is, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Pin this for a second. Right. Steel and goods, 141. That means that grain to plastic needs to be 282, right? Because it's 2 grain for every 1 plastic. So I need to go, oh boy. This might be a disaster. Same with these guys as well. They need to be doubled. Oh God. Okay. Manage vehicles, duplicate all of them. I don't care. Just give me, duplicate all of them. Give me that up to 180. That's still not enough though. This is gonna be ridiculous. Give me 10 more, right? So duplicate those. 203, 225, 248, 270, and 293. Right. So coal now needs to be duplicated up to like 293 as well. So duplicate all of those. That gives us 263. Give me plus another 5. 285. Give me like plus 1. Gives me 289 and 294. Okay. That's what we're looking for, I think. That should improve things a little bit. Grain to plastic is 120. Wait, no, plastic. Oh God, that needs duplicated as well. Okay. Manage vehicles. Duplicate. That gives me 239. Give me 4 more of those. And that gives me whatever it is. Okay. So now we should get a lot of things moving around down here with a ridiculous number of vehicles. Just an absolutely ridiculous number of vehicles. But regardless, what I'm hopeful of, or hopeful for, is that this guy is going to come in and is going to head back up to Yonkers and save the day because we should have production, right? So this guy comes in, picks up a bunch of steel. You're coming in to pick up absolutely nothing right now, which is to be expected. All right, we might be okay here. All right, so the train's coming into Yonkers. It's dropping everything off, and this guy is no longer being abandoned. Fantastic. This also just made a whole bunch of money, which is also fantastic. And I think didn't load up on a damn thing. All right, fair enough. Well, I mean, we can't have everything, right? Can't have everything. In Yonkers, you are loading up on goods, or you're supposed to be. That's fine. That is completely fine. We've managed to sort of save it. Oh my God, there's so many vehicles. That looks ridiculous. That actually looks ridiculous. But again, in theory, we should, yeah, we do have a lot of stuff here. So that's nice. Ah, okay. So the goods production thing is going to start. That's what we're looking at right now. Goods production is going to be a thing. We also have a ridiculous, excessive amount of food sitting around at the moment. We actually have way too much needing to go down to Amarillo and Lafayette, to the point that I think we need more trains. So let's manage the vehicles. And you know what? I'm going to duplicate 2 of them. Train 21 and 22 can head out there, and that'll be all right. I'm very tempted to get more people on this line as well, or more trains on this line, just because I can. I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw 2 more trains on there as well. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of trains. It's a lot of traffic. But I want to see what happens. I do want a massive amount of trains. Uh-oh. Why are you being abandoned? Oh, that's okay. All right. I get nervous anytime anything near here gets abandoned. I'm really terrified of losing more industry. So I think it's fair to say we've spent a ridiculous amount of money today. But fortunately, we are seeing goods get brought down here to Little Rock. We are seeing a bunch of materials get taken up to Yonkers to be turned into goods. So we should also shortly see a train heading up to Little Rock to pick up all of those goods. I'm not sure where that train is. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I actually have no idea. It's not you. Is it around? We did get a train to do that, right? I did get a, hold on a minute. Am I imagining things? So, Little Rock goods to Philly. This train right here, where is it? Oh, it's right there, okay. So apparently I'm blind, is what we've learned today. But yeah, this guy right here is finally gonna have some goods to pick up, is finally gonna be able to drop them off in Philadelphia, and then we'll have another train come up to pick up all the goods and, you know, do some good stuff with them, right? That's kind of the idea. I'm quite pleased about this. I've got to be honest. I'm actually quite pleased about this. So this guy's coming in. He's not picking up much. He's picking up, you know, 20 boxes of goods, but that's a start, right? That's a decent little start. And I mean, if we look at things here, if we keep you pinned for a second, plastic and steel to goods. Hold on, am I imagining things here? Plastic, steel, goods, that's the train line. I'm looking at you specifically, not the train station. So plastic to goods has a rate of 125. You have a rate of 196. Interesting. So we're actually going to have more steel than plastic. We should probably fix that. So 125. Let me pin you. Give me 4 more vehicles. And that gives us 168. Give me 1 more vehicle, and that gives us 179. Another vehicle gives us 191. That'll do. I don't know if that's going to translate very well, but regardless, I want a bunch of materials in here. So eventually we can get more trains to take everything back and forth. And I'm also thinking you have 76 goods on board. Okay, you're doing fine. Although if you'd waited around, you probably would have filled up. So I'll tell you what, go to this line, go to here, manage. And in Yonkers, we're going to tell you to wait around a little bit longer. Let's say you wait around for a minute and maybe full load any. So you'll wait around for a minute for a full load. You'll wait around for a maximum of 3 minutes. I guess that kind of works out. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it's what we'll do. We could also say it could wait around here, I suppose. So if I go grab that train and I say manage line in Little Rock, wait for everything to be full for like 90, maybe 2 minutes, 120 seconds. So in theory, it should be able to fill up down here, no problem, right? We have a pretty steady supply of all this stuff coming in. So much so that I think we're probably going to need an actual station / depot thing here, because this is not all that efficient. You know, I think this will work pretty well. We don't really need the buildings. We didn't need giant platforms, but with a couple of waypoints and a little bit of work here and there, I think this does just fine in terms of dropping off a bunch of goods and stopping the vehicles from, you know, blocking each other. So you, for example, have nothing on board. Okay. Does anybody coming in here have anything they're wanting to drop off? Doesn't seem like it. I think they might. Oh no, you do have something, which is good. That's kind of the point, right? We want these guys coming in, dropping things off. I have the plastic line sort of coming down this road and then going back out that way, and steel comes in here and, you know, goes back out that way as well. So that's fine. That's exactly what we're looking for. We want them to come in, drop things off, do their thing, and get back out there. As for you, there's 60 goods waiting around, and you are almost completely full, which is fantastic. So we should have a good amount of money that's going to be coming out of that line, and we should have some goods down in Philadelphia, which we absolutely do. So those are waiting to head down to, I guess, Burbank and Gilbert. Fantastic. That's what we were looking for. That's what it's all about. Where are you coming from? That's Detroit. Does Detroit not have much brick in it anymore? It doesn't. How have we managed to consume all of Detroit's brick without me realizing how I've done it? You know what? Probably doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but right now it probably doesn't matter. Oh, something tells me we might have a few too many trucks around here, and the game is not really liking the fact that I have way too many trucks around here. I have gone ahead and tried to alleviate some of the stresses on this little truck depot by adding in some extra, you know, exits here. It's really not doing as much as I'd hoped it would, though. which to be fair is kind of to be expected given just the number of vehicles I've thrown at this area. So, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that we have just unlocked. If I go into manage vehicle and I go to replace, we have unlocked the Benz Tarpaulin trucks, which are considerably faster than the existing trucks that we have, which is great news. I just don't know that that's necessarily going to fix all of the issues we're having right here. You know, I think this might just be the sheer volume of trucks that we have coming and going, because it's both the iron ones, it's the steel ones, it's the coal trucks, it's all of them trying to get in here that are sort of causing some problems. So I almost wonder if it would be an idea to change this up a little bit. And I think that's kind of what I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to bulldoze this, which is probably stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that's going to mess with a few lines, but that's okay. That's kind of the point. I want to move those vehicles back. I want to move all of these guys back. And I'm sort of going to try and build my own little truck stop here. I don't necessarily need to build my own little truck stop here, but I'm kind of going to. I'm going to bring this back as well, because I want to just disconnect all of that. And I'm going to build a nice big sort of chunky road right about here. Right, so a nice big 6-lane or 4-lane or however many lane road right about there. Now off the side of this, I could build a bunch of these, and I might do this. I was thinking I would just use truck stops, except for the last one, which would have to be a station, but I think we'll do stations. So we'll do one there. And that's going to move everything over, and that's okay. And we'll do one right about, I want to say there. And I want to do another one right about, say, there. That roughly looks like the same distance between all of them, and that's kind of what I'm going for. The next step is connecting everything together. So if I grab this guy and sort of bring you back a little bit, and then bring this guy sort of straight up like this, we essentially want to connect you down to sort of there. Should be fine. Just a very sharp corner. That's all right. You are going to run straight into here. So from there, straight through something like that. And this guy, this is going to get messy as I start deleting this road, but that's okay. We're going to bring this right back. And this guy is going to run straight into that same intersection right about there. And it's not the neatest. It definitely isn't the neatest, but I never said it was going to be, and that's okay. All we need to do now is bring you to about there, and I don't know how well that's going to play together, but we'll figure it out. We'll turn all of this into nicely paved roads. We'll turn all of this into a nicely paved road. All of this, this, and this. And you know what? This bit can actually be upgraded to have a bunch of lanes as well, so traffic can hopefully figure out what the hell it's going to do with, you know, all of these roads. So now the trucks can get in there. I want to go and configure all of these to have more platforms. And now I think we might have something a little bit more efficient. We have coal coming in here. We have steel coming in here, or iron coming in here, and we have steel going out from down here. Assuming that all works the way I want it to. We're going to find out, essentially, is what we're going to do. I do think these are, yeah, they are all connected to this guy. So in theory, we should see some good things happen. Although I am noticing that the trucks are not necessarily doing what I wanted them to. I wanted them to be in the rightmost lane if they're going down here, but it doesn't seem like they want to do that. But I think it's also a lot of, you know, turning around and trying to figure out what exactly it is that they do want to do. So we'll see how traffic manages all of this. At the very least, we should see this all filter through a little bit better, I think. Although, admittedly, the traffic lights here are probably causing some problems. So I'm actually going to take that road out. And what I'm going to do is just connect you straight down to there. get rid of you, and that should help traffic just a little bit. And there we go. This all seems to be flowing that little bit better, which is what we wanted. I've also upgraded all of them to the Benz trucks, so they go faster and carry more. I've also upgraded all of the vehicles over here as well. So all of those lines should be a bit faster and are hopefully going to move around that a little bit more efficiently. At least that's what we're hoping for. It does look like this has helped though, which is good. I was slightly worried it wouldn't, but it certainly seems like it has. I am also aware that I don't need to do these buildings across there, so I'm probably not going to do that. I wonder, can I do the small ones down here though? I absolutely can, and I'm absolutely going to. Not that I think we're ever going to have that much steel down here to warrant all of these buildings, but I think they look kind of cool. So we'll go for a bunch of small buildings along the side there just to make this feel a little bit more official, I suppose. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and paint all this with dirt, so it seems a bit more like an industrial kind of area, since that's very much what it is. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.